Have you ever wondered if SCHD is still one of the best ETFs for dividend investors, or if the hype has finally gone too far? Because over the last few years, dividend investing has exploded in popularity. And one ETF keeps showing up in almost every conversation: SCHD. Some investors call it the ultimate dividend ETF. Others think its best days are behind it. So today, we're answering one simple question: is SCHD still worth your money in 2026? We'll break down what SCHD actually owns, why investors love it, the biggest risks, how it compares to growth ETFs, and whether it still deserves a place in your portfolio today. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly whether SCHD fits your investing strategy. Hello viewers, if you're enjoying this content, and you do not want to miss future videos filled with even more tips, tricks, and inspiration, hit that subscribe button now to stay tuned with this, and remember to comment and share. Let's get into it. What is SCHD? First, let's quickly explain what SCHD actually is. SCHD stands for the Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF. It's an ETF designed to track high-quality American companies that consistently pay dividends. But here's the important part: SCHD doesn't just buy any company with a high dividend yield. Instead, it focuses on businesses with strong cash flow, healthy balance sheets, consistent dividend growth, and long-term financial stability. That's a major reason investors trust it. The fund typically holds around 100 companies, and many are household names. Some common sectors include financials, industrials, healthcare, consumer staples, and energy. These are often mature, profitable businesses that generate steady income even during difficult economic periods. And that stability is exactly what many investors want right now. Why investors love SCHD? Now let's talk about why SCHD has built such a loyal following. 1. Strong dividend yield. The first reason is obvious: income. SCHD generally offers a higher dividend yield than the broader market. That means investors receive regular cash payments simply for holding the ETF. For retirees or passive income investors, that's extremely attractive. Instead of selling shares for income, you can potentially live off dividends. And even younger investors benefit because reinvesting dividends can dramatically accelerate long-term growth. That's the power of compounding. 2. Dividend growth matters. Here's something many beginners miss: a high dividend yield alone doesn't mean an investment is good. Some companies pay huge dividends because their businesses are struggling. SCHD tries to avoid those traps. Instead, it emphasizes dividend growth. That means the companies inside SCHD have histories of increasing their payouts over time. And that's incredibly important, because rising dividends can help fight inflation, increase your passive income, and improve total returns over decades. Many investors see SCHD as the perfect combination of income plus quality. 3. Lower volatility. Another reason investors love SCHD is stability. Compared to many growth-focused ETFs, SCHD often experiences smaller swings during market downturns. Now, that doesn't mean SCHD can't fall. It absolutely can. But dividend-paying companies tend to be more established and profitable. That often creates a smoother investing experience. And psychologically, that matters. Many investors panic during crashes and sell at the worst possible time. A steadier ETF can help investors stay invested longer. 4. Low expense ratio. One of SCHD's biggest advantages is its low cost. The expense ratio is extremely competitive compared to many actively managed dividend funds. That means more of your money stays invested and compounding over time. And over decades, small fees can make a massive difference. The big question: is SCHD still worth buying today? Now let's address the elephant in the room. SCHD has become incredibly popular. So naturally, investors are asking, did I miss it? The short answer: not necessarily. But it depends on your goals. When SCHD makes sense, SCHD can still be an excellent investment if your priorities are passive income, stability, dividend growth, long-term compounding, or lower portfolio volatility. If you want to build wealth steadily without chasing hype stocks every week, SCHD still has a very strong case. Especially during uncertain markets. Why? Because profitable dividend-paying companies often perform better when interest rates stay elevated, markets become volatile, or investors rotate away from speculative growth stocks. And many investors today are looking for exactly that kind of stability. But SCHD is not perfect. Now let's talk about the risks. Because every investment has trade-offs. 1. Slower growth potential. One criticism of SCHD is that it may underperform aggressive growth ETFs during major bull markets. For example, when technology stocks surge, growth-focused ETFs can sometimes deliver much higher returns. SCHD usually won't keep up during those periods. Why? Because many high-growth tech companies either pay tiny dividends or no dividends at all. SCHD focuses more on mature businesses rather than explosive growth companies. So if your goal is maximum growth above all else, SCHD may feel too conservative. 2. Sector concentration. Another issue is sector exposure. SCHD can become heavily weighted towards specific industries like financials, industrials, or energy. That concentration can create periods of underperformance. No ETF is perfectly diversified. And investors should understand what they actually own. 3. Dividend cuts can happen. Even quality companies can reduce dividends during economic stress. It's rare among SCHD holdings, but it's possible. Remember, dividends are never guaranteed. That's why diversification still matters. SCHD versus the S&P 500. Now here's where things get interesting. Many investors compare SCHD to the S&P 500. And honestly, they serve slightly different purposes. The S&P 500 focuses more on total market growth. SCHD focuses more on dividend income, quality, and stability. Over certain periods, SCHD may outperform. Over others, the S&P 500 may dominate. But this is where smart investors stop thinking in extremes. Because the real answer may not be SCHD or the S&P 500, it may be SCHD and the S&P 500. That's why many investors combine SCHD with growth ETFs. For example, SCHD for income and stability, and broader market ETFs for growth exposure. That combination can create a more balanced portfolio. Who should consider SCHD? SCHD may be a strong fit for income investors, people who want regular dividend cash flow. Long-term investors, those focused on compounding over decades. Retirees, investors looking for portfolio income without constantly selling assets. Conservative investors, people who prefer steadier companies over speculative growth stocks. But if you're extremely young and aggressively pursuing maximum growth, you may want more exposure to growth-oriented ETFs alongside SCHD. So, is SCHD still worth your money? For many investors, the answer is yes. Not because it's flashy. Not because it will double overnight. And not because social media says it's perfect. But because SCHD focuses on something timeless, owning profitable businesses that consistently reward shareholders. That strategy has worked for decades. Will SCHD outperform every year? No. Will it make you rich instantly? Definitely not. But for investors seeking reliable dividend growth, long-term compounding, lower volatility, and passive income potential, SCHD still deserves serious consideration. At the end of the day, successful investing usually isn't about finding the perfect ETF. It's about staying consistent long enough for compounding to work its magic. And SCHD continues to be one of the most popular tools for doing exactly that. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. Investing involves risk, and you should always do your own research before making investment decisions. What do you think about SCHD? Are you buying more, holding, or looking at other dividend ETFs instead? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more investing and ETF content every week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.